Hi folks, Old Seldom here to make a little video that's pre-season. I've had a couple of requests by folks about the jig I used that I showed on my videos, like prepping the jakes for season, you know, tuning them up, cleaning the wax out of the jaws, dialing in pan tension. And apparently I didn't spend enough time on that jig. I figured, you know, people would just make the jig. Well, let me get more detail with my jig, and so folks can, now this jig is set up for my jakes right now. I've sold all my jakes, but I'm not getting rid of this. I mean, just a little jig. So you'll see me in my videos where I take a set trap and I bring it in on an angle, slip one lever under one of these, turn it so that the other lever comes in and slips it in here. So then I just adjust it, my trap back and forth, so I got a half a lever under this piece and a half a lever under that. So it's, you know, so when they snap, they're only going to come up a inch and a half. So this distance is about an inch and a quarter high. For a jake trap, this distance is about 9 1/4 is all, and that'll work perfectly. So I just went and would go and drop my chain down through the hole, or if I was on my workbench over here, rather than in the vise, I cut a notch here so it just slides, lay out the side. But yeah, it's made out of some pieces of 3/4 plywood scrap, actually, and then here's even a piece of 1x for the cross members. But yeah, it is not rocket science. You just don't want the trap to fire only just a little bit, and so you can then you can easily reset a triggered trap or even a dogless trap. I'll tell you what, it does not work with Harris traps. No sir, it doesn't. So I hope this clears this up. I used a 4x4 because, like I said, you know, I wanted something you could set up. But yeah, and so I hope this answers the questions about the jig I use in the videos to prep my jakes when I had them. You can see all the old wax on them and stuff. So yeah, like I said, I did a 1 1/4 gap. 9 1/4 is the spacing. And you just bring them in on an angle and center them up and snap them to hell freezes over, and it's a very easy manner. So folks, that's I hope I've helped you. I just got a question just today through my Gmail about, you know, could I do a better job of showing this? And then I had another fella here, I don't know if it was early in the summer, ask about the jig as well. So listen, put it to bed. Yeah, this is as good as I can do for you, but you can put it together in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Listen, I've used this thing here. I used it on my number 3 Bridgers and my number 4 Dukes too before I did not use it. I don't think that, yes, I did. I used it on the MB650s when I had a few dozen of those. So it's anything, you know, most every trap I've used except the Harris will work just great in a jig. Now if you use a different size trap, it's no big deal. You just unscrew on each side and move one in, or I guess if you wanted to, move them both in to keep it centered, and that'd be the proper way of doing it, until you get this distance here correct for the type of trap you're using, whether it's a number 2 Duke or whatever it is, you know. That's how you adjust for catching a half a lever on each side. You just move it in. Move it in or move it out. Hey, I did MB750s on this too with no problem. It's easy, very much. So, guys, I hope I've helped you out. So I'll put this, make this video up and put her on the YouTube tonight. Later.